welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Miss Lifts. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for subscribing and looking at my videos. Today, I'm going to be switching up my videos a little bit. I was doing a little bit of a self-care routine, and while I was in the middle of doing my legs, I was like, this is the perfect video for anyone who has not heard about the Epilator before. This is not a sponsored video. But I purchased this Epilator. It's made by Braun from Amazon, and it's been almost a year. And for me, it is life-changing. It works so well. And in this video, I'm going to talk about like the pros and cons and some tips that may be beneficial for you. And I will also give you a closer up look at what it looks like and what it does to the hair. For this Epilator, I purchased it on Amazon about a year ago. I'm sure they have different versions available, but this one has been doing a great job for the last year for me. I feel like I haven't had to upgrade it or get a new one. The battery life has been great. Has a little plug-in cord that just plugs into the wall, and then this plugs into this. I will go into the specs of it too when I go into a closer look at the Epilator. But for this one is available right now on Amazon in Canada for $38. So it's like when you compare the price of the $38 Epilator versus razors, those tend to add up. And this is why I love this, because I literally purchased a $39 Epilator to remove my hair on my legs for a year. So if you do this comparison, it is fantastic. So for me, I do have blonde hair. So normally I would do laser on my legs, but I've tried it, and just with the blonde hair, the fair hair, it doesn't work. So that's why I decided to try this Epilator. My friend recommended it to me, so thank you to you know who if you're watching this. But yeah, this is great. So some of the pros of the Epilator are that I have to do it every like 2 to 3 weeks. I find that the hair actually gets thinner the more you do it, and the hair comes back less often the more you do it. So over the last bit of a year, I would have maybe had to do it, I don't know, maybe every week or week and a half at the beginning, but now I feel like I could go about 3 weeks without doing it first. Another pro is it gives you like a really smooth look, like almost like you waxed, which is amazing, and it lasts longer because I feel like when I shave with a razor, I feel like you can see the hair start to come back even just like a few days after. So that's definitely a pro. The cons of it is the time that it takes you to remove the hair. For me, I'm a very OCD person. I want to remove every single piece of hair that is on my legs. But if you're not like that, maybe that's not a big deal for you. But it does take a little bit of time to finish the whole leg compared to like a razor where you can finish that pretty quickly. The pain of it, I have a really high pain tolerance. For an example, I love getting my tattoos done. I love the feeling of it. So the pain definitely didn't affect me. But when I tried it on my husband, the first time, because I was a little scared of like the noise, it was pretty painful for him. But you do, although I do have a high pain tolerance, the more you do it, the less pain it is for you. Just because it does, like, think of like tweezers where it plucks the hair one at a time. That's pretty much what the Epilator is. Another con, if you were to, I was just thinking of like the worst things about it, is that I do get a little bit of an irritation for a couple of hours. So I wouldn't necessarily use the Epilator and then go out right away showing my legs, because it's a little like bumpy red. But if that's not a big deal for you, I just plan ahead of time. I don't go out to the gym wearing shorts or out wearing a dress right after. So I would wait a couple of hours. And then those are pretty much the cons. You might see it almost will look like a little surgery going on, because for me, I like to do it in the bathtub. Again, because I am OCD about cleanliness. So the hair gets collected in the bathtub for me. and then I clean it up after. So for me, you'll see that I get an extension cord. The closest outlet in my bathroom is over by the mirror over here. So I connect an extension cord all the way to the bathtub, and then it's pretty much like a little fun activity on my self-care days. So I will show you what it kind of looks like closer up, and then I'll show it in action. You always want to try it on like a small patch first. That's what I would recommend to see if your body gets a really big reaction, because then I wouldn't go and continue for the whole body. But that's what I did for the first time. I just tried on a little spot, see how my skin does, and see how long it takes to get rid of. And then yeah, I'll explain some tips with a little voiceover on top of it. And hopefully this video is useful for you if you're debating on Epilator or you've never even heard of it before and you're like, wow, this is a fantastic idea. I'm gonna give it a try because the price is right. Like, it's not expensive. Even if you just give it a try and it doesn't work, it's not like you're going out of pocket a ton. So when you think of the prices of razors and laser and waxing, honestly, this is worth it. Especially if you have blonde hair like me, or you can't do the laser on your legs. Highly recommend. Let's get into it. Here is a closer look at the Epilator. I love the colors, white and pink. This is a protective guard, I believe, just for the 20 tweezer system, so it doesn't clip your skin, and it just clips right on. Very easy to put together. This is to replace the head. It does have other options that you can use for the Epilator. And then as you can see here, there are 2 speeds that you can use depending on your liking. And then here is the power cord. So this is the 2-prong that goes right into the outlet, and the other end goes into the Epilator. The cord actually is quite long, but since I use it in the bathtub, I do use the extension cord. But side 2 and the cord is a good length for you to use. And then it just clicks right into the bottom. It actually comes with a little brush to get any hairs that are stuck in the tweezer system. And then when you do plug it in, when you turn it on, there is a light, which is super beneficial so you can see all the hairs, especially if you have blonde hair like myself. And it points straight down. And that's a closer look at what the Epilator looks like. Hopefully this was helpful to see the closer look, and it removes the hair right from the root. Here are some tips that will help you along through the process. Number 1, find a space with good natural light. Number 2, exfoliate before. Number 3, go slow. Number 4, go against the hairs. Number 5, pull the skin tight around the area you're working on for best results. It will help catch the hair easier. And on the right here is my skin immediately after using the Epilator, and on the left is about 2 hours after. So you can see that the rash or irritation has gone down. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. Again, this is not a sponsored ad, so use this at your own discretion. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do whatever YouTube does, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.